So for this 4-week block, I'm going to break it up into body parts. So week 1 we're doing now is going to be head, neck and shoulders as a oneer. The second week we're going to do ribcage, breathing connection and thoracic connection. The third week is going to be hips and pelvis. And then the 4th week is going to be feet and foot and leg connection as well, and this grounding connection. So spread over the 4 weeks. So I've set my hammock for the low and height for this. Some of the exercises we're doing tonight can be done in the higher hammock, but I'm going to set it down at the lower height at the moment, so round about knee height for this. And you can just pause, stop me, change the height if and when you need to of your hammock. So the first thing we're going to do is, a lot of the time with neck and shoulders, sometimes we're already in like a tense or tight place with it. So the first thing we really want to do is just create that blank canvas in the neck, or just check in with the neck. So what I want you to do is actually just lie all the way back and just take a moment and let your head be heavy in the mat. And you're going to look at your hammock. So you're looking in this direction as opposed to up and back. So you've just got this length in the back of the neck. And as we lengthen the head though, just almost let your skull and your head get heavy and fall back. And you can even think about just softening, relaxing the jaw, any tension that's held here. And give yourself time to do this, because it doesn't just suddenly happen. You just want to sink. And if you prefer movement with this, then you can just gently sway your head. And it's like you're just letting it be really heavy. So if you know the feeling already of being held in a hammock, you want that feeling. Just nice and heavy and relaxed back. Now, as you're doing this, just take some big sighs, big deep breaths. So you're just releasing any tension as well with your breath. So you can hold it still again to do that, or keep that gentle movement. So just whatever's feeling nice for you right now. And you're going to breathe in. And then have a big sigh all the way out. And you can make as much noise as you want, or keep it quiet. Breathing in again. And a big sigh out. Breathing in. And again, still looking in the direction of your beautiful hammock, and just letting the jaw relax here. And then we're just going to lift the shoulders up to the ears. So we're just being mindful of the space between the shoulders and the head. And then what we want to do is, you can either do this with or without hands. You're going to draw the shoulders all the way down, just create that space. Now, hands on the shoulders enable us to kind of feel one side compared to the other as well. So you can just feel that out, lifting and lowering through the shoulders. And just keep the shoulders wide as you do this. And keeping the head heavy. So even though we're moving the shoulders, we're just keeping the head soft, relaxed, melted into the ground. And you just get this really nice, steady, smooth movement through the shoulders. And then what we're going to do from there is then take the hands out to the side, but hover the arms in the air. So you're just reaching and stretching the chest wide now as well. So just opening out through the chest, keeping that head heavy. And then we're going to reach the hands up into the air. And then we're going to lift the shoulders off the floor, but see if you can keep your head heavy. So you're doing this protraction work here with the shoulders, just really taking the shoulders forwards. And this is really good if you're used to doing a lot of aerial and pulling. And then what you're doing is actually lifting the whole shoulder girdle forwards and reaching forwards, to the opposite. But it's doing it and keeping that head heavy. And then just drop and relax. So you're not pulling the shoulders back. You're just letting them sink back down. We're going to repeat that a few times. So you're really reaching. And the key is to try and do this, but keep the head heavy. So just reaching and then dropping. Reaching and dropping. And you're just keeping the shoulders wide. And just reaching up. So this connection actually comes all the way in to the shoulder girdle here as well, right into the scapula as we reach forwards. Now I want you to do one arm at a time. So you can either place your hand on one shoulder and then just do one arm, or the other hand can just rest at the side of the body, or you can even have it and compare it to the other one, but just using one arm at a time and just reaching up. Now, if you want to go that little bit further, you can reach and then let the hip come off the floor, the shoulder come off the floor. So you're just reaching up that little bit further, just reaching up. Imagine reaching up to the top of the hammock, just reaching up. And then you're going to change sides. So again, the other side, either placing the hand on the shoulder, side the body, or as a comparison towards it. So this is a really good exercise for aerialists. Again, like I say, if we're doing a lot of pulling, or if you've just been doing pulling with the hammock for whatever reason, and you just really want to connect the shoulders in. And it's really good to do this exercise, keeping the head heavy. So just this combination of working, protracting through the shoulders, but keeping the head heavy is really good. And we're going to go back to both arms here. Let's just do 4 of these. And then relax up from there. Now, the next thing you're going to do is just take your hammock. And all I'm going to do is I've got my hands in like a prayer position. And I'm just reaching up. And I'm just lifting the shoulder girdle up. So I'm just pressing against something, basically. Just reaching up, pressing into it. Pressing into it. And then we can do one arm at a time. So you can just press into it. Just so that I'm getting that awareness, that closed chain connection, just pressing. And pressing, and then we can press and then lift. So I'm lifting my shoulder up here, and then I'm just pressing into the hammock to get that kind of connection. Straight arm, so I'm not bending the arm, I'm just keeping that arm straight. So I feel that coming all the way into the shoulder, as opposed to breaking it at the wrist or anything, or at the elbow, and then lifting that shoulder up. So I'm now doing this protraction, retraction, but I'm getting feedback in the air with the hammock. And then we can do both arms, and I'm just reaching. So it's coming up, like up above the head as I'm protracting here. And then from here, keeping the hands in that prayer position, but I'm going to wrap. So now the hands are going to come around onto the hammock from here. Now all I'm going to do from here is reach up, and now I am going to pull and then lower. So I'm pulling with my hands and I'm retracting. So I'm doing this with a little bit of strength from here. And just retracting. So my head is coming off the floor. I might choose though just to keep my head down, and this is it in really small movement, just the shoulders, and then this is it, and I'm lifting the head up. So you can choose to kind of keep your head down or lift up, but it's just a really small movement just to get that pull feeling, the opposite of the retraction. So just bear in mind, you ideally want them to be equal, where you're retracting and protracting, and the engagement feels equal. If you're getting the feedback that you're like, oh, I need to do more of this side or that side, or more protraction, retraction, just listen to that, observe it as well. And then again, back to prayer, reach the arms up. And then from here, what I want you to do is take the arms out to the side, nice and wide, bring your chin into your chest and then back. So I'm doing a head nod, so I'm using the muscles at the front of the neck, but as I'm doing that, I'm keeping the chest wide. So this helps me keep the shoulders really wide so that I'm not curling in with the shoulders like this. This just keeps my shoulder girdle really wide as I have a head nod. Try to keep your pelvis just nice and heavy here so that it's not like overly like curling in to do the work. So you're just doing a head nod. Shoulders go nice and wide. And then what we're going to do from here is head nod, wrap the hands around, and then roll up from there, up to a seated position. That's it. And then just bring your butt back so that basically the hammock is just sitting in front of me here. My pal in front of me. That's it. So now what we're going to do, and again, this is really about keeping the shoulders nice and wide and really using our space so that we're not kind of playing small. And yeah, this helps us open up through the clavicle, the whole shoulder girdle, and then that gives us space in this upper thoracic that then gives us space in our neck and our head as well. So sometimes you can have neck tension going on and we can release it through the upper shoulders as well. So what I want you to do is just palms facing down on here and just press out and open the shoulders wide. So you're just getting that feeling of going wide. And I'm going wide with the shoulders and tall with the neck, with the crown of the head. So I'm just lifting up and then back down. And then you can take your gaze down and then take it up and take it down and take it up. And you can equally just stay here and then just isolate, just let the shoulders do the work. So it's just a different feeling. Just let the shoulders go nice and wide. Brilliant. Now, the other thing you can do here, this is my palms facing down. I can do palms facing out the way. Again, just watch that it doesn't become this. So like my wrist contorts. Like I'm wanting the effort to be coming from the shoulders, so that it's not like wrist here doing all the work, and I'm opening the shoulders, going nice and wide from there. That's it. Good. And then I can bring them in and then go wide. And I can take that as wide as I want. So, you know, I could like really open out and take it above my head, or I can just do a wee wide one. So just wee in front, or I can take that wider, wider. But the hammock is going to go with me, so I get that close chain connection wherever I go, wherever I choose to go, reaching out nice and wide. And we're going to be building on through the body as we go with each of the weeks as well. So that's week 1, well done. We've got 3 more weeks and we'll go through it from there. So thank you so much.